come upstairs and we go, hey, what characters are on the screen? And the staff goes, mate, all I know is Donkey Kong. And that monkey was on the screen. I'm like, that's nice, but who else was it? I didn't know, couldn't tell you. Are they blonde? Do they have like a red sword that like shoots? Yeah, like a red sword. It shot light out of it. Robbie was timing out MazeBeans' DK in the fucking fun bracket.
Actually revolting. Actually revolting. I cannot bear that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'm not even surprised.
No, that's the worst. No, that's the worst part. I'm not even
None of
sat
us
here
were
like surprised at that outcome. It's just.
That's not even the most surprising part. There's worse that'll be shown later in the break.
That will. That is true. This is true. But we're getting straight into the set from there.
Yeah, this is gonna be a long one, folks. So just
Buckle in.
strap yourselves in. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We are gonna be here for a long while, regardless of the result.
Real quick, this is an aggressive MazeBean. Opens up with the minecart straight into up to jab, just trying to get in Robbie's face right from the word go.
I mean, the one thing that we've always said about MazeBeans actually is that like he's not really like a campy player actually. Like he is actually a lot more aggressive than a lot of people give him credit for. It's obviously just like Steve as a character is just inherently quite campy.
Yeah,
but MazeBeans genuinely like he has quite often scrapped with very little material to his name.
It's cool to see. It's really, it's refreshing from what you tend to see from Steve players.
Oh my God.
What the hell?
It literally was just standing on him.
Oh no, that's upsetting when like. No, jump out. We're fine. Oh my goodness.
But I mean, honestly, like even from the get-go, Robbie is looking a little bit lost. Like there was a lot of kind of uncharacteristic plays in him. Like I'm seeing just sort of grabs being thrown out, like he's just staying in shield the entire time as well. Like this seems like a little bit of nerves actually.
Fans were saying this a lot earlier that one of the big things about Robbie is that he does have a bit of a habit of staying in a certain arc for too long. We saw that a lot actually against your set with him, Jet, where it seems like Robbie would stay in, let's say, like SmashUK to get out of something too long and then take a hit at like 50 and just perish. And I think that's the thing that we see here sometimes is that particularly in that shield art, it's, he goes it to avoid one combo, MazeBeans switches up to a combo that he's clearly lapped out for shield art, and then Robbie still just remains in disadvantage.
Ooh, being in Boston and getting hit like that is going to be scary. And once again, as you say, Robbie just stays in it. Whether that's intentional in terms of I can make this go further, or whether it's blindness in terms of, hey, it won't happen again, right? It's not looking great, and that's a lot of damage taken on from the minecart through the SmashUK.
Yeah, I mean, that's just such a scary setup as well. Like, there is not a whole lot you can really do, because that's almost guaranteed to just poke through. But I mean, yeah, Robbie is just taking an absolute battering here. And it's really just sort of down to when MazeBeans pretty much decides to deal the final blow.
I see a lot as well. Robbie tends to, like, even on the back foot, pick these aggressive art options.
Oh
my God!
The Looney Tunes setup!
What are you meant to do about any of that?
I love pinball. It's my favorite.
That's the real House of Boom
What are
right
you
there.
meant to do?
I think you should attack, to be honest.
Really? Would you?
No.
Would you attack that?
No, not in the
There's
Looney
no
Tunes
way you're
setup.
taking any of that.
Not
Like,
in that.
oh my God.
Oh my God, Jerry, look out! Oh, Jesus.
just all over the place.
I
really should just like, bing, 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 bing.
was going to say, if I can request anything, it's that someone puts pinball sound effects
Oh
over
my
that.
God,
Uploads the clip,
please.
and like when the minecart hits, you hear the ding of like the bumpers
Or
going.
like,
and then
or like you know that like one sound effect from Ed and Eddie where it's like I need that.
I'm saying, if anyone wants some free Twitter likes, like,
Please,
that's it,
go
that's
for
the
it.
beg.
Go for it, like, that's easy.
Just credit us, obviously.
Yeah.
We gave you the idea. So
I mean,
silly.
honestly, like, what is Robbie meant to do about any of that?
It's not his fault. That
No.
was not his fault.
Like, there was just, like, if you weren't getting hit by the minecart, you were getting hit by, like, the blocks or the big axe or, just anything, really. My goodness. But still, it is a fresh game and a fresh opportunity, but, I mean, MazeBeans is all out there swinging. And I just love the way that, like, when Steve just falls down, he's still going, like, up to.
I mean, if one of them hits, why not do it, right?
Yeah.
Robbie just staying in Buster Art, trying to get something started. Of course, Shulk does have a couple of guaranteed combos at those lower percents in Buster that can rack up percent, but again, MazeBeans knowing to just avoid and doing what nobody else has seemed to do the entire time, and that is just disengage with Robbie during Buster Art. It's just something that you
Finally,
need to
someone's
do.
done it.
I know. I
We've
know.
been complaining all weekend
I
about
have been
literally
complaining all
everyone
weekend,
scrapping.
'cause
When
the amount-
Shulk's in Buster, stop doing it!
The amount, look,
Oh,
the amount of percent.
sorry, did you not see that? MazeBeans puts down the TNT with the pressure plate. Robbie does a speed jump to stage and lands literally teetering on the edge of the TNT. If he had forward, oh, good
That's
night,
rude.
sweet prince.
That's rude.
Good night.
That's rude. That's rude.
Hey, wait, they both got headphones on. I'm not gonna put ideas in their heads, are they? Okay, no, I think we're good. This weekend, are we gonna see MazeBeans do a classic and draw like something out of blocks, like an L or something?
Maybe a
'Cause,
B.
like,
Knowing
I doubt a B.
that's not
would
going to be a
hard.
contest, let's be real.
Yeah, sorry, have you seen where he's ranked? in
That's
the UK?
true. That's
If
real.
there's one player that can draw a B with blocks mid-set, I believe it's going to be MazeBeans.
No, in fairness to MazeBeans, actually, it's been like a while since like I've seen him kind of sort of just mess around. Actually, he does take kind of every set sort of seriously. Like, yeah, obviously he kind of has like the quirky tools that Steve has.
Yeah.
So it builds like these very sort of loose contraption, but he does take sets very seriously. And it's kind of just kind of sort of growing up in the scene and sort of just kind of recognizing sort of how good every single player here is as well. Like he wants to just move on in this bracket, especially after the loss earlier to Al. He's looking to kind of move on through and potentially still seal himself up into those upper parts of the bracket.
Robbie and SmashUK are going to be taking a lot of damage for every single tap he takes here. And I get it. He wants to stay in it to get 92, to kill him at 92%. But look how much he took from staying there.
And also, we're on the verge of a 3-stock here.
Yeah.
Just once again. And the thing is, it feels less like it was sort of like this big avalanche and just this like slow but constant descent. Right? There was no particular moment where I was like, oh, you know, MazeBeans has done this big thing. It was just, okay, Maze is just slowly but consistently outplaying Robbie at every turn. And Robbie, and the thing is, this is sort of similar to how he does things, right? He's very good at getting the stock lead and then sort of bleeding you dry. But, you know, Robbie almost got a taste of his own medicine. And for what we thought was going to be a slow set, it's been less than 10 minutes and we're already into game 3.
So the funny thing is actually, like, the one thing I really kind of want to see for Robbie, and it's going to be ironic to say, is him to play slower. Because genuinely, especially in that last stock, I don't know if it was because of a certain amount of kind of desperation or something like that.
Yeah.
But I was seeing him a lot just sort of jumping into MazeBeans. Like even, like before I've kind of praised Robbie on sort of his use of using like Shulk's kind of full range.
Yeah.
And I feel like when he was getting so much mileage out of it. But in that last stock especially, he was literally just jumping in fully with those back airs. There was kind of not really sort of spacing or anything like that. And every single time, MazeBeans was just like, okay, parry, shield, punish.
I don't really think Shulk has the frame data to be scrapping with Steve like
Exactly,
that. Especially
yeah.
with the tools, like in late game when you get the diamond, the gold.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
It's just not fast enough, so I think he should play to the ranges.
Yeah, the range is his strength. It's because like in the crew battle earlier, I hate to say it, I was playing as Lugi in the. I haven't played against Robbie today. I can't compare it, but I played against Lugi in the commentator versus player crew battle, and Lugi was effectively showing me in real time what that reach of that sword can do in neutral. You can be under the platform, Shulk can be at mid stage, and be peppering your shield with like nairs and forward airs, and like there's not much you can really do about it. And Steve especially, like look at the range on that sword. It can't stand up to the Menard.
Yeah, I just think it's like, it's a better time because like definitely what you're saying, like Jet, that Shulk is not a good scrapper, and I just feel like if Robbie's rushing in, you know, and trying to sort of combat just really up close like that, it's not going to end well for him. But regardless, you know, obviously using a little bit, definitely kind of slowed it down a little bit here. This is kind of what we want to see, where Robbie's not actually just sort of immediately charging in, and MazeBeans, meanwhile, is just blowing himself up.
It's like a Roadrunner where you've got like Wile E. Coyote setting up something for the Roadrunner, and then it just backfires on himself.
Yeah, Akme's own MazeBeans just putting in real work against Robbie at the moment, and some shenanigans going on, trying to catch Robbie on the roll in, but Robbie just getting out of dodge just in time, and again the double-edged sword, but managing to make the right end hit there as Robbie finally with a lead.
Yes.
I think you see Robbie spacing that a lot more. You see him just firing that shield and see if he can get anything with SmashUK.
That is the big difference. It is literally been exactly what we were speculating from the start. He's playing to Shulk's strength a little bit more. He's flirting around like the mid-range rather than trying to get in the scrap. And it's nice to see.
This is like the calm.
You do need to mash out of that though. We get patience as a virtue, however hitting buttons can sometimes be helpful.
I was about to praise the guy. And I don't feel like I want to anymore.
Because hit way too early.
Yeah.
It's a commentator's curse to the nth degree.
I won't say a single nice thing about Robbie right now, honestly. No, genuinely, like, obviously, still very even stocks right now. A little bit of separation between them, but again, like, Robbie has slowed this down a fair bit, and I feel like he's a lot sort of calmer, which is the kind of Robbie that I think is, you know, what wins games.
And here's the interesting part, right? So MazeBeans has got diamonds at low percent, and he's backpedaled to go for this mining. He's been playing pretty aggressively for a fair bit, but now he's just focusing on mining while Robbie just gets rid of the TNT. So now he's got double diamonds. The moment he drops this stock, all his tools break, bam! Diamonds straight back in his hand, ready to keep the momentum going. And this is where the snowballing starts, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is like escape position for you, because as you say, like, you know, as soon as this current diamond gear goes up, I mean, you see the diamond in the inventory there, it's going to be an immediate another one. But instead, Robbie obviously just going to get hit by the minecart's very quick burst option. So he's just going to be caught by a cent away, and MazeBeans now with a pretty strong lead.
And it's the downside of having to play in that slower style, right? You know, we were talking about how we wanted Robbie to slow down, but that is the risk that you run when playing
really
slow against Steve, is that regardless of what tools you have, if you're taking it really slow, you're just going to give Steve more and more opportunities to get diamond for, you know, as many times as he wants. It's a really, really sort of, you've got to have a really delicate changing of pace here, because again, too aggressive, we've seen the consequences, but too defensive, they're different consequences, but they're still not ones that you want to deal with.
And Robbie obviously entering into a dangerously high.
Oh, no way!
But even after the tech on the first hit, Robbie just firing away, getting the second one, finally brings us down to that last stock. One last chance, but that was a scary position to be in, especially if Buster. But Robbie does escape with his life intact. And another chance to get some damage. I'd love to use some neutralize as well, just to cover that full range and get rid of the minecart. But Robbie off stage in a dangerous position. The shield art comes out.
The one thing I will say to Robbie is that he does have some clutch factor. Please, Bash, I beg of you.
Oh, he's done. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Did manage to mash out just in time, but it was too little too late at that point. MazeBeans, very decisive 3-0.
Yeah, no upsets here in this set today.
Who's chucking a banana at him?
Oh, that's
there we go. Was that an incentive?
yeah. So Judge had an incentive.
Yo, let's get judges for an interview.
Judges,
No,
come
no,
up
no.
here. Oh wait, never mind.
I'm joking.
I mean, he'll probably show up now we've said it.
Alright, now we need the monkey flip.
Oh my god.
He just does a
Wait,
backflip.
He's got to do a monkey flip as well.
No.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Yeah,
What?
so
I fear for his life.
that was an incentive of, can I, he would throw a banana at MazeBeans, and he approached me and he said, hey, I'm going to do it if MazeBeans wins a set, because I don't want to do it after he loses, because that would be such a slap in the face. And I was like, that's true and fair. So yes, do it after he wins a game, or after he wins a set. And then he goes, yeah, so I've got a question. Is there any, like, stipulation you have around me throwing a banana at him?
Yeah.
And I thought, and I was like, now, I get it's a joke that people trip on banana peels, but could you do me a favor and not do it while he's walking somewhere? Because I didn't trust it to not hit him, then he slips over it on the floor. So I was like, as long as MazeBeans is standing still, go for it.
Yeah, we get some replays as well. Of course, you know, MazeBeans very much, you know, ruling the roost in that set. But, you know, some valiant efforts from Robbie. I feel particularly in the game 3, he was beginning to sort of figure things out. He was beginning to sort of piece together, get those changes of pace that we said that he pretty drastically needed. Oh, and here we go. Pinball. Woo!
Oh my
Look at
I mean, that's just so brutal.
I saw 3 untechable rings there. Like, what?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Goddamn.
Bing, 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 bing.
That's like he
Oh,
said.
that
the
one was
footstool as
nasty,
well.
actually.
Yeah, that is just brutal. I mean, MazeBeans obviously just showing kind of how strong a character Steve is, because every single option always just covered by something. Like there, obviously just landed on platform, covered by the up smash.
It's like, even if something isn't covering an option, sometimes it's about masking your option.
Yeah.
Like MazeBeans popping out that TNT. What was that covering? Realistically, there was no pressure plate. He couldn't choose to activate it. It would need a big hit to activate it. It was just gonna sit there. But it was popping it down, then instantly slip off up smash. It kind of like masked his next move, which I kind of rate that.
So Robbie obviously gonna bow out. Obviously, as that was in the loser side, but I know obviously we're not gonna summon him for an interview, especially after loss. Like we did let players know if they want to come and talk, they can do like Trash did. But otherwise, I mean, obviously it's their choice.
Hey,
but
Joycey, Smart, you remember how like we were chatting in the other room, and while I was mid-conversation, I had a breakdown because I realized I forgot to do something?
Yeah.
You know what I've forgotten to do?
What? the thing.
Should I do it now?
You
Do
know
it now.
what? Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Yeah,
hi,
actually,
Robbie.
I'm happy to
I'll tell
chat.
you, we'll
I'm
do
happy
it.
to
Hey,
we'll
how
do
you
it in
doing,
a bit.
brother?
I was just
That
going to
Looney
say.
Tunes setup, I knew the minecart was coming,
Right, we were
but then I
saying,
didn't know I had
like,
to
if
text
anyone
4
wants, like,
times.
quick Twitter lives, because genuinely you were just like a pinball.
Yeah.
You would just
I
go
went
ding, 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 ding. Yeah.
I saw like 3 untackable rings.
I
Yeah, well, I don't even think
know
you could have
what's
taken the
going
first
on.
one. And at that point, it was just
Yeah,
like, whatever
I had like a
wants to
full
do.
game plan going in, and then he just went balls to the walls. Just like I was just like, all right, you got it, like chill. Like
Yeah.
I'll space here. Oh, that's not enough when you up tilt me. I think it was the up tilt conversions as well. Because usually I just smash art out of it, and he leaves me alone. He just kept going for me, and I was just like, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm forced to direction away dodge, or do something that puts me into another one. So
Nah, it definitely
Yeah,
felt
it's
like by
alright.
game 3 you were beginning to sort of like piece it back together again. Like you looked a
Yeah.
little less lost. It felt like there was like a good mixing up of paces.
Yeah,
like going from like
absolutely.
very defensive to very aggressive, and then sort of vice versa. It kept him on his toes.
yeah.
But you know, and again, like 9th place. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to say obviously thanks to my community, AK
Yeah.
Nation. Big
Yeah,
support there,
absolutely.
especially Tanok.
Yes.
From
Big up.
South Korea. I repped the tag first day, didn't do too well, but hope you enjoyed watching me regardless, because I felt like today my mentor was there,
Yes.
and you know I was making plays, so
Yeah.
that's what it's all about.
No, I mean,
And
there's
thanks,
always a lot of love for you in the community, Robbie, and I think
Thank
it showed
you.
obviously with your kind of vote into the into BRINK. So
Cheers, yeah.
really good showing as well. Obviously finishing 9th, obviously put on a really
Thank you.
good show.
Yeah, and obviously big thanks to Dalax and everyone
Yeah.
in the BRINK team
course.
for running this. It's been a fantastic event. Had a really fun weekend. £525 to go
God
1 and 4. You
damn.
know, all right. It wasn't
Yeah,
0 and 4.
but-
that's all
hey,
I'm
but-
saying.
but-
hey,
You
But-
beat
but-
the 04 allegations.
I
People,
beat the
people
04
count on,
allegations,
people count on me,
exactly.
you've done it.
And I
Exactly.
can't lie as well. Robbie, you said it yourself. You had a good time.
I had a great time. I'm
That's
still going to
important.
continue to have it.
More than
Like,
worth
anyone
the
want to
money.
money match me? Find me.
Also, Mafia. Also,
So there
I'm
we
with
go.
you.
I can say round of applause for
Yeah,
Robbie.
give it up for
actually,
Robbie,
yeah,
of
'cause
course.
Good stuff. Always love to see you.
Thank
yeah,
you, guys.
events.
Also,
Enjoy
Robbie,
the rest of your day, brother.
Last thing. I noticed on your Twitch or your Twitter, one of the two, your bio says self-proclaimed Mr. Worldwide.
Yes.
With as many international votes that we got for you
Yes.
to attend
Yeah,
this,
you are Mr. Worldwide.
get rid of self-proclaimed, put proclaimed.
Okay,
give me
but yeah,
permission.
I am Mr.
You
Worldwide.
are Mr. Worldwide.
You travel so
Well
much
done.
as well.
Yes.
So, nah, good stuff. Go enjoy the
Well
rest of
done.
your
Thank
day.
you,
Have a
thank
nice
you.
day, bud.
Enjoy the next step, guys.
And obviously, yeah, I mean, I love seeing Robbie at events. Obviously, he's one of my favourite people in the community for good reason.